Oh. Hey, settle down, buddy.
It's alligator breeding season at the Australian Reptile Park, and the lagoon's residents are in a feisty mood.
Hello. I got a bit of a surprise for the reptile keepers today. Half-tail, this female alligator, has laid her eggs last night. And she's not just any female. She's small, but she's the crankiest female in the lagoon. I'm gonna have to go and break the news to the keepers that we got to get some eggs out of that nest. But first we got to get past her.
General Manager Tim Faulkner has gathered a crack team to tackle one of the park's most dangerous jobs.
So let's just hold up here a minute and just have a talk about what we're going to do. So it's that time of year, gator nest raids.
Just watch, you got a gator coming up here.
Eggs or hungry? We've only walked 10 metres into the lagoon and we've already got a female hassling us. This could get a bit interesting. Well, it's that time of year, so we got hungry gators and we got nesting gators. So today we got half-tail. Has anyone not raided half-tail's nest before?
I don't think I have.
She's nuts. She's not the biggest gator in the lagoon, but she'll give you a good 2 to 3 metre lunge. So just be prepared for that because we're working in a pretty confined space today. Bill, you and I rope.
Yeah.
Mike, Renee on the back. Zach and Bill on the water. Keep those gators away. I'll get in and get some eggs. Hopefully it's a smooth process. There are 2 reasons that we need to rescue the eggs. Firstly, it's much hotter here than where gators live in the States. We leave the eggs in the nest, they overheat and die. Secondly, gators are cannibals. There's 40 in there. If the little one's hatched, they'll eat them. Okay, so she's already up on that nest, guys. So we haven't got a lot of room to work here. I think to start with, Mike, Zach, Renee, just head down, guard that water. Bill and I'll go up, just try and secure those jaws, and then we'll all be a little bit happier. Fair to say, we get a buzz out of working with gators. But it's important that we have a brief and that everyone just remembers their roles and goals because that's what saves your buddy's life and that's what stops half-tail from getting hurt. OK, we ready to rock and roll, guys? Yep. You want to turn her? Just, Bill. You stop her. I am. Half-tail's only objective is to defend the nest. Now, in the wild, she'd have things like feral pigs trying to raid it, monitor lizards getting in, other gators. Now, her job is to keep us away. You got it. Close. Nah. Watch, there's a big lunge coming here. You all right?
At the Australian Reptile Park, Tim and his team are trying to restrain a super aggressive female alligator.
Got it. Oh, grab that with my thumb. OK. Gators are really different to a saltwater croc. If this was a saltwater crocodile yard, we couldn't be in here. But what gators lack in aggression, they make up for in jaw strength, one of the strongest jaws on Earth. Not too far forward, let's let her walk back a little bit. You got half-tail defending that nest. If she bites one of us, she's going to bite with real intent and not let go. OK. Whoa. No other gator like that.
No, no way. She's like a croc.
OK. You guys feeling good? One.
Wait.
Whoop, whoop. You just watch those hands in her mouth, mate. Righto. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Well done. You tell us when you're right. Yeah. Good. OK. Let's get that. Bill, I'm going to hold rope.
Sure.
I'm going to put some tape on there. Yep.
Just watch, she's about to go.
That's good. OK, Bill, you want to shut him? Now it's time to tape the mouth. You've got one of the strongest jaws on Earth. If a limb goes in it, it's not coming back out. Once the mouth's shut, it's a little bit safer.
Yep.
All right? Good stuff. Half-tail, by far, has more energy and fire than any female in the lagoon. But she's not the biggest, she's just got spirit. Everyone right?
Yeah, mate.
Boy, Timmy, we've got gators coming up here.
Big gator.
Boy, big boy.
Keep him back, mate. Zachy, you watch that one.
Come on, mate.
EW for breakfast, Mike. Everything happens really fast and you have to keep moving. The gators in the water think it's feed time and they're already coming up. Thankfully, Bill's there and he's just holding them off. We good?
Hold up.
Hold up.
Just hold up, guys. Googly's just coming in through the back here.
Okay, we got a second male.
He'll give us a bit of curry. Yep, hold him back.
At the Australian Reptile Park's Alligator Lagoon, the annual nest raid is being interrupted by some ferocious intruders.
Feeling a little vulnerable here, Tim.
You are vulnerable, mate, but you got good boys on it. Okay, so I'm gonna head in and get these eggs and get it over and done with, hey?
Righto.
We've caught Halftail, she's under control. The gators are being held back at the water. My job now is to get the eggs. With these gator nests, I mean, this is an impressive nest. It's massive. And all this vegetation's built up by Halftail, and as it decomposes, it creates the heat that incubates the eggs. So my guess is that the eggs are there, and I hope they're there, because this is a big nest to have to search through. Bill, I'm digging and digging.
It's a massive nest.
Got him. Found the bunch. And a good-looking clutch, perfect. And the thing is, with reptile eggs, their membrane attaches to the shell. So if you roll the egg, you essentially turn the baby upside down, you can kill it. Let's say a chicken egg, it has a floating membrane. So the chickens roll their eggs for incubation, but critically, with gator eggs, a bit of dirt goes in the bottom, and each precious little egg comes out exactly like it was. How are we going down the water there, boys?
Yeah, we've still got a couple trying to come up, but we're holding them off pretty well. The big male that's coming up at us is Googly Eye, which is the biggest alligator in the lagoon. He's 4 metres and almost half a tonne in weight, and he's got a full-on attitude to go with it.
Renee, you looking after Mike?
Yep.
Hold tight, mate. Won't be long, Mike. Are you all right?
Yeah, mate.
We're up to 40.
Nice.
Now, the eggs, they're not like a lot of reptile eggs that are soft and rubbery. They're really porcelain-like. The best part about this clutch is they're fertile. We can tell that because of that white band across the top. If they're infertile, you won't see that.
While Tim is busy collecting the eggs, keepers Mike and Renee are struggling to hold the mother alligator.
It's a really tough gig on the back of a gator. So Mike and Renee have to be able to manage her when she starts to squirm. If she went back in the water with the tape around her mouth, that's a nightmare. So it's a tough position to be in, but they're doing a great job. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a hand for a sec, mate.
It doesn't help when you get a cramp in your leg.
I feel a little bit more comfy if we brought you this way. Can you work with us, Mike? 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Mike is on the back of a Halftail. He's got a cramp in his leg. It happens because it's a really awkward position, but he just has to get through it. Righto, total count, 50. Oh, no, spotted one more. 2 more. 52. 1 off the record.
Hurry up, man. That's a big clutch.
Once Tim has filled the chamber back in, Halftail won't know the clutch has been moved. But importantly, her precious eggs will now be safe.
All right, that's full. She won't know the difference. 1 gator to let go, and we're finished. Okay, tape is off, knife away. Mike, are your legs working?
Just hold up. Gator coming in.
At the Australian Reptile Park, the gator nest raid has produced a massive clutch of 52 eggs, but the danger level is still high.
The plan is, Billy will hold the jaws of the gator shut. Renee comes off. 1, 2, 3, I pull Mike off. Sounds simple. Okay, Nay, off for a sec. And Bill's lifeline. Ready for Mike? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you're not headbutted, Bill.
Just watch out there.
You all right?
We sustain a headbutt.
He split me lip.
That's a new one. When I've grabbed Mike, I might have pulled back a little bit too hard because his head's ripped up, whacked Billy in the mouth, we got a gator in the middle, and you never know what's going to happen. Give us a look at your lip. You're on report. Hey? We're out here catching gators and Mike's throwing headbutts. Nah, good job, guys. That was a hard one to do. Well done, especially to Halftail. Well, she looks happy, hey? Okay, I'll get these eggs up. So the team's job is done. For me now, I've got to get the eggs up to the incubating room and set them up where they'll sit for the next 2 months. There you go, little guys. Now this is an incubating container. Now, we have to artificially simulate what it's like in an alligator's nest. And we're a reptile park, so we've got lots of reptiles, lots of eggs. This whole room is one giant incubator, between 31 to 32 degrees. All I've got to do now is get the eggs from here into here. Just got to keep each egg up almost exactly as it sits. I packed a heap of dirt between the eggs so that when we carry them, they don't rock and roll too much. They just stay in that position. It is warm in here. I'm sweating. And I've had to use 2 containers. I mean, 52, that's a big clutch. And that there is our last little precious egg. Now I've just got to put them on the shelf, wait 60 days, and we have little alligators chirping one morning. Well, good luck. I'll see you little blokes in 60 days.
It's been 9 weeks since our little gator eggs were laid. Any day now, they're due to hatch. It could be today. Listen to that.
At the Australian Reptile Park, it's an exciting day.
Here we go. Look at that. Listen to that. That's not something you want to hear in the wild. That means Mum's coming. I'm your mum for today. Come on, I'll help you out. You've all hatched well. And those little cries for help, they call out to Mum. And when Mum hears that, she would go up to the nest, dig it up, she picks up the babies so gently in her mouth and she carries them down to the water. And that's exactly what I'm doing, taking them from the nest into some water, they have a rinse off, get rid of all the yuck from inside the egg, and now I'm going to take them to their new home. Hello, little fella. You're tiny and you're white. Look how small he is. You can be Harry the hatchling. You're going to need a bit of extra care, hey, mate. Look how white he is. And my guess would be if he was in the wild, he'd be the first one to get eaten. He's a very vulnerable little fella, but luckily, we can look after him. Hey, mate, it's your lucky day. In you go. Look at you guys, ready to go. Here's your new home. You ready to go in? The baby gators will be in this little enclosure for about a year. And after a year, they'll maybe be 40 centimetres long, at which point they need to be moved up a grade in cage. And it's a very slow process because they're not at maturity until about maybe 10 to 20 years old. Here we go. They're jumping off these little ledges and hitting that water. They're up and their eyes are out, and this is the start of their new life. Listen to the calls. Even in here, they're still calling for Mum. They know now this is their home, this is where they're going to live, and they're just checking that I'm still here. Now, you guys, don't pick on Harry, please. Hey, what, you want to stay with me? You want to stay with me, righto? You stay... There you go. See you guys. I'll bring you some food a bit later.
Hi, I'm Dr. Danny Dusek from Bondi Vet. If you love our show and want to see more, plus some amazing content about pets and how to care for them, hit the subscribe button. Click that little notification bell and we'll see you on our next video.